I wish I had more videos of my dad telling his stories. He's gone now. But before he passed, actually before he had his stroke, I was able to capture his stories on video.
That's a 7 or 8. No, I'm just kidding.
I was able to capture my mother and her twin brother and their stories from childhood before she had a stroke.
No, that's a wrap. Good. I think we got it. Yeah.
You're supposed to
This is
lead the
this
show.
is your show.
No, it's our show. You're supposed to lead you're the preacher man. I'm not accustomed to public speaking here.
Okay. Okay. Well, are we?
Oh,
ready?
let's start with the names.
Okay.
These videos are the most valuable things I possess, and they'll live on forever. Because when they're gone, and the stories are gone forever. We make sure yours never does. I'm Jeff, and I'm the founder of Look Back Legacy Films. We'll help preserve your family's voice, laughter, and legacy forever in a beautiful cinematic film that looks like something Netflix would make if they loved your family as much as you do. Hey, stick with me to the end. I'll show you how to start your family's legacy journey. Those recordings, they mean everything to me. Because after their strokes, their voices, that laughter, those little quirks, they were gone. But the films keep them alive. And then I looked at my own life. My son and I, we'd grown apart. And I realized that one day he might not know who I am, who I really am. Not the full story, not the man behind the mistakes, and that the love was always there. So I started documenting my own story, not for vanity, but for connection, for him, for the people that come after me. And then it hit me. We all have these incredible lives, these wonderful, beautiful, sacred, messy stories, and most of them will never be told. So I built Look Back Legacy, not as a business, but more as a mission to help families like mine, like yours, preserve their history before it's gone, to give your children, your children's children, the gift of knowing where they came from, who they came from. So here's the truth no one tells you. Family stories vanish quietly. They fade away. Photos fade, voices go unheard. We keep saying, I'll get to it when things slow down, but they never do. The world convinces us that legacy is about money, but legacy is about memory. And that's the poison, and I'm here to pull it out before it gets too late. You've probably felt it too, that quiet ache when you realize that the stories that make your family are starting to slip away. The voice of your dad telling his favorite joke that he's told over and over and over, and you're so tired of hearing that, it goes away. I'm so grateful that I captured my father's corny jokes. I love to listen to them over and over now. I laugh, I belly laugh with him anytime I want.
Fair and square. Years ago, they must be Oh, citrus. Test.
The way my mom's hands move when she was cooking in the kitchen. Those memories start to fade faster than you can ever imagine. And the worst part is we tell ourselves we'll get to it someday. We'll jot down these stories, and where my iPhone sends me some memories, and I've got photos, and Dad had photos on his phone, but now those are gone. And we didn't catch them. We didn't get them. You've been told that your photos and videos are enough, that social media posts and cloud storage and the highlight reels, they'll preserve your legacy, but they won't. They won't. Those are fragments, not stories. They don't capture who you are, just that you were here. And because of that lie, families have lost generations of stories. Father's gone, mother's gone, entire generations of stories just gone. Entire history's gone silent because we thought technology would remember for us. But here's the truth. Technology doesn't remember for us, we do. And if we don't capture those stories, they die with us. You've done nothing wrong. You believed what we all did, that memories last forever, but they don't unless we do something about it. I realized something. We don't remember facts, we remember feelings. We remember how it felt to be in the room, to laugh with our dad, to see my mama's eyes light up when she told that story the 100th time, or 1,000th time. My philosophy is simple. Legacy is not what you leave behind. It's what you leave alive. And the only way to keep those stories alive is to tell them. Beautifully, intentionally, and truthfully. When my dad passed, I didn't just lose him. I lost all those little things that made him who he was. And that's when I realized we can't keep waiting for someday. We have to capture this life while we still can. At Look Back Legacy, we feel that every family deserves a film that feels as alive as the people in it. A film that celebrates the tears and the laughter, not just the dates and times. Because this isn't just a documentary about your family. It's a love letter to the people who built it. And sure, there are cheaper options. Everybody's walking around with a camera and an editing suite in their pocket with templates. But that's not what we do. We don't just assemble memories. We craft them. Every story is hand-built from real interviews, authentic moments, and the heartbeat of your family. I get it. You've tried to do this before. You've gathered the films, you've gathered the videos, you've gathered the photos. You started to record the stories, but life got in the way. You're not alone. That's why we built Look Back Legacy, to make it easy for you to finally do it right. To honor your family without stress, without guilt, and without losing another year to someday. We're on the same side. You want to save your family's stories, and I want to help you do it beautifully. Because when you do, you don't just preserve your family's history, you connect with it. So now you know what I believe. And if this resonates with you, then maybe it's time to tell your story too. You know what I hear all the time? I've been meaning to do this. I just haven't had the time. I still need to gather photos. And every time someone says that, I feel a little ache because I know how that story ends. And it's not that you don't care, you do. You're just overwhelmed. You tell yourself, I'll get to it next weekend or when things slow down, but they never do. And in the meantime, voices go quiet. Stories slip away. And I've seen this happen too many times. A family finally decides to make a film, but one person's no longer there to tell their part of the story. And suddenly it becomes a film about loss and not about life. And here's the part that no one talks about. Regret doesn't come all at once. It comes in waves. When you hear the song they loved, when you find a birthday card in the drawer, when someone says, remember when? And you can't. You don't have that memory anymore. That's when it hits you. The stories are gone. I know why you haven't done it yet. You don't know where to start. You're worried that it'll take too much time, or you won't get it right, or it won't be perfect, or maybe you're afraid of what it'll feel like to open those old boxes. I get it. I've been there. But here's the truth. Waiting doesn't make it easier. It only makes it harder. Every month, another story fades. Every year, a story disappears. And one day, even the best storytellers in your family can't remember the details anymore. I'm not saying this to make you feel bad. I'm saying this because I've lived it. And I have the gratitude of capturing the stories of my family. I got them. But here's the good news. It's not too late, and we are here to help you. Because now there's a way to capture your family's stories the right way, the easy way, without overwhelm, without guilt, and without waiting another year. I've seen what happens when a family story comes to life. It's a reconnection. It's a healing. And sometimes it's the first time they've heard I love you in years. When we filmed the Macaulay family, their father, Stevens, hadn't talked about his childhood in decades.
All we are is dust in the wind. That's what I do.
I have a lot of regrets in my life. Failures are just so regrettable. The solution to problems is always just show love, I think, and I know.
His kids said, "We never knew half these stories." After they watched the film together, they called me later that night just to say that it had changed everything, all of the family dynamics, and a big exhale was had by the whole family. Jim's son hired me for his 80th birthday. 80 years on this planet, sir. You have been doing good. You're one of the greatest men I've ever met, but don't take our word for it. Someone grab this man a box of tissues
And a nice cold beer.
and surround him with love and
Hey there. Happy birthday to the man that has many titles.
He told me he never talks about himself. When they watched their film, the son said, "For the first time, I saw my dad as the man he was before he was my father. The past just didn't come alive. It became a part of our future." And sometimes our films help bridge things that we thought were totally broken. One father told his story to the camera, not knowing if his son would ever see it. Months later, he got the message, "Dad, I saw it. Now I understand." That's when I realized this isn't just about preserving stories. It's about restoring connection. These aren't just films. They're time capsules of love. They remind families of who they are, where they come from, and why they belong to each other. And every time one of these stories plays, a piece of that family becomes forever. Just about every client tells me, "Jeff, I wish I had done this sooner." Not one has ever said, "I wish I hadn't done that film." That's proof enough for me. So the question isn't if you should tell your story, it's how. And that's where our Look Back Legacy framework comes in. The step-by-step way we help you capture your life without the overwhelm. When it comes to preserving legacy, most people don't know where to start. They've got the stories scattered across old boxes, cell phones, and cloud drives, but no clear way to turn it into something lasting. That's where we come in. I call it the Look Back Legacy framework. It's not just about hitting record. It's about creating a cinematic time capsule that captures the truth, the tone, the texture of your life, so your kids, grandkids, great-grandkids, and beyond will know who you were, not just what you did. Here's how we do it. It all starts with a guided conversation. We draw out your story, not through stiff interviews, but through warm conversations that bring memories to life. Then we gather your family photos, videos, and your keepsakes, the textures of your life, and we weave them into your story. Next, we edit your story like a documentary film, with cinematic pacing, music, and color that make your memories unforgettable. Finally, we host a family premiere, where generations come together to laugh, cry, and remember what really matters.
Look at this.
Oh, look at that. Wherever you find it,
We got some things to tell you.
Hey Dad, happy birthday. You're 80. Oh my gosh. Happy 80th birthday. Where has the time gone?
Yo. Every family deserves that moment, that shared experience where legacy comes to life. And the truth is, you don't have to be rich or famous to have your story told beautifully. You just need someone who knows how to listen, how to ask, and how to capture it before it's gone. That's what we do. That's what we've perfected. You don't need a camera crew or a Hollywood budget. You need a Look Back Legacy.
So be honest. That's all I ask. Love everyone. And I do have a family that loves each other. And I think you've learned those two things.
If I've lost you so far, it's probably because you're feeling something right now. Maybe it's the tug of unfinished stories. Maybe it's the sound of someone's voice you wish you would have recorded. Or maybe it's that quiet ache that we all get when we realize we don't have forever.
These people, I feel like they've been my friends all my life. I've just hadn't been here for 5 months, but I really enjoyed their company. I feel at home. I feel safe. Thank everybody for coming. I appreciate it very much. Thank you, Drew. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, sir.
I appreciate you coming. It means a lot to me.
So let's take a moment and look back at what we've talked about. You saw that families like yours are losing history faster than ever. Not because they don't care, but because life moves fast. And someday keeps getting pushed to next week. You heard how my own family almost lost those stories, and how I learned that waiting isn't love. Love is capturing it now, while the laughter still echoes and the stories still flow. You've seen the framework. You've seen that there's a process, a way to make this real, easy, and meaningful. We don't just make films. We make proof of life. Proof that your family lived, laughed, loved, struggled, loved. And that's why I do this, because I have been where you are, and I know what it feels like to wish you had started sooner. So, if you've been waiting for the right time, for the right person, for the right program, for the right way, this is it. I built Look Back Legacy for you, the one who knows the stories matter and just needed a guide to make it happen. If your heart has been tugging through this, if you've been thinking about that one person whose story needs to be told, don't wait, because stories can last forever, but memories don't. They don't. This is your moment to preserve what time can't touch, to give your children and their children and their children's children to know where they came from and who they came from. And all it takes to begin is a conversation. Click the link below to schedule a call with me personally. It's not a sales pitch, it's a story session. We'll talk about your family, your memories, your vision, and I'll help you see exactly how we can help you bring this to life. Whether we're filming a 92-year-old father in Florida or preserving your parents' laughter before the next chapter changes, this is what I was built to do. You don't have to have a perfect story. You just have to start. So schedule your call today, and let's begin the film that your family will cherish for generations. You've stayed with me this far, so this tells me something. You care about legacy, you care about story, and you know it's time. So here's my gift to you. You've stuck with me this long. When you schedule your legacy story call today, I'll send you my legacy starter kit for free. It's a simple, beautiful guide that helps you uncover the questions you've always wanted to ask your parents, or the stories you've always meant to record. It's the same framework I use to begin every Look Back Legacy film. The foundation that turns family stories into cinematic films. Because even if we never film a single frame together, your story deserves to be told. And I want to help you start that journey. So go ahead, click the link below, and I will personally help you start that journey. Click the link below, and I will personally send you the kit today. Let's begin preserving the stories that time can't take away. Because someday, someone you love will thank you for starting today.